Hello, my name is Peter Mendoza Posligua, and in this short video I'll be talking about two important variables of linguistic diversity, gender and age. So, these factors may affect the way we communicate, we understand, we speak, and how we understand language, especially in the classrooms. So, let's start with age. Language changes depending on how old we are. For example, some children are still learning basic vocabulary or grammar, so as teachers we use materials as songs, flashcards, and lots of repetition so you can learn. So we're like, hey, hey children, let's sing head, shoulder, knees, and toes, and they go like head, shoulder, knees, and toes, and most of the time we spend the time doing that strategies with them. So on the other hand, teenagers use more complex language. They use more slangs and more expressions for music or social media, right? So they go like, yeah, that's so cool. Yes, this class is lit. So our teacher will manage just the language according to the age. Okay, now let's talk about gender. Research shows that boys and girls may use language different. For example, boys tend to be more direct and interrupt more often. Meanwhile, girls are more polite and they use a more cooperative language. So let's start example. Miss, I know the answer. Meanwhile, girls are like, excuse me, I'd like to share my idea, please. Well, this is just a fact because these are just patterns that we see in the classroom, but we may create this space where children or boys and girls feel free to speak and participate. Thank you.
Hi everyone, good evening teacher. My name is Nicole Montes and today I am going to talk about linguistic variation, socioeconomic status. Okay, socioeconomic variation refers to the difference in the way people to speak or use language based on their socioeconomic status. Okay, this includes aspects such as the family's economy level, the parents' educational level, and the resources available at home. Okay, for the other hand, this difference can affect students' vocabulary, pronunciation, and communication style, but it doesn't mean one is smarter than another. It's simply a different way of expressing ideas. Style, same brain, different word. Okay, then example number one, a student with a high socioeconomic status. Okay, this child tells you the following: my parents help me with my homework every day. I have a laptop and fast internet and all my materials. Okay, the other example or the other case is a student from a low socioeconomic status. Okay, I share the phone with my siblings. Sometimes we don't have internet, but I still try hard to study. Yes. Okay, these two students lie in different realities. Socioeconomic differences may change the way they speak, study, and learn, but both are capable, intelligent, and deserve the same opportunity.
Good evening, dear teacher and classmates. I'm Sandy Mabelo Hoja, and I'm going to talk about the social lesson. It is a variation of language that depends on the social group to which a person belongs. In other words, not all people speak the same way, and one of the reasons for this is their social context. For example, a doctor, lawyer, or a mechanic may use very different words to refer to the same things. A classroom-related example. Okay, let's imagine that there are three students in the classroom. One who lives in a rural area, one who lives in an urban area, and one who is the son of university professors. Although all three speak English, Spanish, etc., they may use different expressions to refer to the same idea, okay? For example, if asked about a difficult homework assignment, the rural student says that homework is pretty heavy. Urban area, that homework was pretty intense. And finally, the students, the teacher sons, says that activity was pretty complex. They are all saying the same things, but with different words reflecting their social environment. That is socialism. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ricardo André Espadero, and I am going to talk about the register and code switching. Let's go. Register is basically the mode of your language, how formal or chill we sound. We don't talk to your best friends the same way to talk the teacher, right? We can switch yours depending on the vibe. Example. I have a question about yesterday topic. Could you help me understand it better? Yo, did you get what the teacher said? Cause I was zoning out, man. Two different tones, same person, that's register in action. Now, code switching is what happens when we mix a language, like Spanish and English, or other language, like Spanish or French, Spanish, French and English, or in one conversation. If you are bilingual, you have probably done it without even thinking it's now being confusing and it's being efficient. For example, okay, so I started doing the worksheet, pero cuando llegué al ejercicio 5 dije, no, this is not for me. Literal, I was like, ¿qué está pasando aquí? Y cerré el cuaderno, bye. And that my friend is bilingual survival mode. And that's it. Super quick and simple. But now you know what register and code switching really are. We change the way we speak all the time. Maybe that sounds more respectful, or just to express yourself better using both language. We know. If you ever say something like, "Oye, bro, that the test was impossible," congrats, you have already code switched. Thanks a lot of for watching. See you next time.
Hi, master classmate. I'm going to talk about the regional variation, and my name is Jordi Jaramillo. Let's talk about the regional variations. First of all, we have to the question: what are regional variations? Regional variations in classroom dynamics refer different cultural values about the authority and the communication and the role of the learner. And we have some example from the regions. First of all, we have Japan and USA. In Japan, harmony and respect for hierarchy shape classroom behavior. In the US, individual expression and critical thinker are prioritized. Okay, as you can see, the Japanese authority and the USA part. The French versus the UK. The French model in roots in Cartesian logic and tradition, and the British model reflects evolving views on engagement engagement. You can see the image. Next, we have the Finland and the South Korea. The Finland trusts the system student autonomy, while South Korea reflects a competitive culture where education is seen as a gateway to success. More depression. So this was my speaking part. So thank you for hearing.